Everybody, welcome to my first ever web application. I'm excited to announce its delivery. The name of this web application is called The Nation Cave. This is where all users can come to see beautiful images of any nation in the world, and you can see any relevant piece of information, including the capital, currency, language, bordering countries, and so on. Okay, so the reason I made this app, first of all, is because I have a very spontaneous, adventurous soul. So naturally, my first very own web application would feature all places that I would like to visit, which is everywhere in the world. Okay. So you can either scroll through and choose a country. There's 250 options here, which is quite a lot. Or you could search, right? Let's say Colombia or Antarctica or New Zealand, right? And you click on it. Wow. And you have these beautiful, beautiful images of the country New Zealand. Notice I'm clicking next. Let's go back to that first image and look. I click previous, I'm brought to the last image, and then I could just go next and brought to the first image. It's a very cool feature that I put in there. And then if you click on the about, here you have all the about information. Capital, languages, population, region, currency, native name, New Zealand. Let's say I'll show you the native name feature. It's like, right, Afghanistan. And we'll go to about. Wow, look at that, native name. I can't even pronounce that. And then we have the flag as well. So I'll go back home. So the most difficult part of coding this, I think, would be maybe like the styling and getting the search function to work properly. So this search function was not an easy task. And you could see here, this is my basic rundown of the code that I use for the search feature. And it's also getting called from the app.js over here as well. That'd be an event handler. So that was not easy. It was quite complicated, but I did manage to figure it out here. If you go to the country list, I'll show you 1 second. Country list. See, we also have some code implemented here for the lowercase not to be strict with the uppercase and yada yada yada. Okay. And throughout the process of developing this web app, so what happened as a result, I became a lot more comfortable using React. When I started this project, I was like iffy so and so. But I spent, a good few days, 4 or 5 days, working on this app, and it just gave me such a comfortability. I feel like I'm in my zone. I feel like this is my natural place to be. I have a lot of fun using React, and I see its benefits. And I also became a lot more comfortable using the logic, implemented using JavaScript as well. All the different methods that I could call to manipulate the arrays and so on. So I'll talk about my highs and lows on this app. So something I definitely struggled with was getting like the previous and next buttons to work. So let's go to the all and islands. And if I click next, right, that was quite simple. But then what wasn't quite simple is now I'm on the first image. Click previous when you're on the first image is the last image, and getting that to work, right? And then when you're on the last image, same thing, going to the first image. It was quite difficult just because of the strictness of the syntax incorporated in the coding, but I was able to maneuver around it and, work through those headaches. The search feature was definitely the hardest thing, as I mentioned before, and something that is still a little bit buggy, which I would love to, add as a feature, that if I were to search something, let's say, right, Israel, click it. Israel, beautiful country. Right, desert, landscape, everything. About, images, everything works fine. I go back home, what? I don't want to see that. I want to see the original list. And right now the only way to get back to it is by clicking enter in the search, and now I can get it. And then that's reloading the page, and I don't really want that. I want that anti-reload accessibility that React has to offer. And this is my app. I hope everybody enjoyed, and please let me know what you think.